Hello world, hopefully the connection's good enough. What's been happening? It's Annalika coming to you from Sydney CBD. I'm chilling out right now near, well actually it's at Hyde Park. I'm staring at a statue. I felt pulled to come on and tell you guys something that might help you out. I am exhausted, but I am going to do my best to say a few points. It's going to be a little bit about apps and how to get across them, and it's also going to be a little bit about the stuff that I want to talk about on a live stream on Sundays, so stay tuned for that. Apps. I'm talking chats on apps. By the way, please let me know if the audio is working, because last time it came out a bit crinkly by the time I got to the end part. And if it looks a bit dark, that's because it is. It's like almost 3. If you're facing like a crisis because you can't get anywhere on apps and chats and all that, and you've kind of confused yourself as to what it's about, I'll tell you what happened for me back in 2019. Back in 2019, I realized that there was a massive game going on. And if you're a Casanova, you know what I mean by game. So when I noticed that there was a game going on, as in options and competition and banter, but none of it's real in like giving yourself the space to just be, that's when I called it quits. I decided it was time out. I did a couple of months and I got a little bit invested in the guy before I was supposed to, and I just went, right. And I called it off, because here's the thing with fatigue and being drained and feeling hurt. You have to put a stop to things. So I put a stop to things, I put in a couple of boundaries, and I decided that the only timeline available was the one that I decided on. Not the one on how long it takes for someone to talk to me. And there's a bunch of you guys that need a helpful reminder that you're not supposed to wait for a girl to reply. Everyone's on the phones. If someone wanted to, they would have replied. Now, what I'm going to empower you now is by saying that timeline is one thing. The only reason why I put in timelines is for you to remember who the heck you are and who you're letting into your space. It's actually got nothing to do with apps or chats or people. Timeline is literally just a measure of how much of your energy, space, and time you're investing into something. If you've done my first course, The First Step, you would have seen that in the bonuses. I actually put in a timeline of what cue to draw on, what's a red flag, what's a green flag, and how to keep going. Also really neat for those guys who are on chats for way too long and questioning what the whole point of it is. If that's you, you might want to get off. And the second thing you want to do is figure out what you actually want. And 3, work on your body language, figure out what it is that's stopping you from looking more open to a open to a conversation that could lead to connection, that could lead to a relationship. The next thing is, I devoted more time on my mindset. That means I was healing whatever stories told me that I had to do certain things just because they were mainstream popular, like, oh, this guy went on Hinge, or this guy went on Bumble, or this guy went on Tinder. It's not important whatsoever. One person's success is theirs. You have to create your own, for which I'm available to help you out with. What does this mean? It means that you're looking at what works for you. Feels so good to talk again. I don't think I've done a live since I've actually moved into the CBD. Now, the next point is that I noticed that there was a preference. I had a real preference for certain types, certain intelligence quotas, and there was other things that I found unattractive. And I think these are all extremely healthy points, because you can't go ahead without learning from the back end. So if you've been finding it hard and struggling to get a person's attention, figure out who you are, it means that you haven't quite reached the ground where you can center and ground yourself and confront yourself. So for that, I am available as well. And half the time you're going to be putting way too much emphasis on other people and not enough on yourself. That's your ultimate power. Your confidence, your freedom, your power, your everything comes from focusing on yourself first. And the amount of times that I've had guys looking way too much on themselves. Sorry, what am I saying? Looking way too much on their past, their exes, their toxic friends, their families, but not enough on themselves. If you're having trouble even journaling properly, I have a simple steps guide. It brings you into the present, it gives you positivity, it gives you things to be aware of, i.e. things that are working. I even go to church with the same mindset. I'm a Christian Orthodox background, but I'm spiritual by practice. It means that I'm not by the book. I've read all the books, but I'm not by the book. There's like a pigeon right in front of me, so chill that it's stretching itself. I love birds. Hansapoos noticed me always checking out the birds. They kept me alive in the lockdowns and the pandemic. The other thing is that, and it comes to my mind right now, apps and chats, there actually is no bloody difference. There is no difference in them. They have the same features. You can talk to each other. Here's what happened to me as a girl when I was on those apps. I would go on the app, and then whoever the heck I really liked, like as a person, I would be like, hey, do you want to be on the WhatsApp? But it wasn't like immediately. It wasn't, hey, do you want to be on the... No. Establish goddamn safety. And you establish safety by making it clear who you are, what you're there for. Honestly, just use this intro right now. Hey, my name is Steven. I really liked your profile. It looks like you're into this and this. I'm also into this and this. Do you want to have a chat? No, scratch that. Would you like to talk on such and such topic? When you rely so much on a woman's permission to go ahead, you instantly lose the attraction, the connection, everything that you're working towards, you'll lose it. So don't do it. Go by theme, because that's how a woman gets to know you. That's how you get to know you. And so, that's it. I don't care what feature it is that you're into. I don't care how addicted you are to chatting with people and getting nowhere. I don't care what your history is with the ex that probably told you we're not good enough somewhere, and most of the time it is. You deserve better, you're capable of more, and you can absolutely have more right now. Like right now. Decide with me right now. I am worthy, capable, deserving of so much more, and I am on the path to it. I'm laughing because I'm staring at the fountain and previously just thought to myself, like, I'm in the middle of nowhere. And I'm gonna have to be okay with it. Me and my girlfriend, my roommate right now, we're like in the same spot. No freaking clue. But we're waiting on the next queue. And that is all you need. Self-trust. You just need to trust that you're on the right path. Indeed, this is exactly what my successful followers got. Like, you take in these teachings, you take in the grounded, connected approach, and guess what? Suddenly you're killing it. Suddenly you're absolutely killing it. So that's pretty much it from me. I don't want to lose too much battery having a chat, but I will be back on Sunday to talk love, money, spirituality, divine masculine, divine feminine, and where the hell artificial intelligence comes into all of this. Because I got some major wizards on this app. And I thank you so much for watching, and I thank you so much for following, and I can't believe that I'm still here talking what I absolutely have to talk about. If I don't, I need meaning in my life so hard, so bad, so much, that I'll go on with 10% battery and still say hi to you guys. And I have no, when I think I am fatigued, like drained, like burnt out, like. So holler at me to have a chat, further chat in the DMs, and I'm more than happy to connect. This is your favorite mindset coach and ninja healer. My name's Anna Lakoa. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm gonna head off and enjoy this water. Thank you so much for coming on.